All right. We're here for the live breakdown or connected breakdown. We don't know what to call it yet, but we're here with Ricky Bandejas. Ricky, if I say to you, we got to stop meeting like this, what are you going to say?
I love it. Get knockouts and then you talk about them.
Yeah. When I say that, what I mean is I analyze highlight reel finishes. I've been analyzing it, like working for Bellator only like months, and I'm already breaking down all your fights over and over again. What gives, man?
No, I'm loving it. I must be doing something right.
Yeah,
I
it's true.
think out of I don't know, four fights I have with them, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
You broke down what, 3 of them?
3 of them. It's true. So we're just seeing the last fight before yours, and then we're gonna watch yours together from Bellator Dublin. But why do you think part of your sort of collection of skills, or is it how much you take risks? Why is it that you're making these flashy finishes?
I don't know, man. I train hard. I train with a bunch of killers, and I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, I mean these guys push you. That is definitely part of it. But on the night, to be willing to go and let it hang out, that's something special. That's sort of the randomness and the chaos of fighting and the willingness to get into it. You do it a little different, my friend. You do.
Yeah, definitely let it lay out on the line a little more.
That's it. That's it. Now I hate to even introduce this, but the greatest highlight finish guys occasionally end up on the wrong end of it. Have you noticed that?
Man.
Have you noticed that over time? The Anderson Silvas and the Michael Venom Pages, the great finishers, they are taking risks. Are you comfortable with the fact that you do lose? It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's the name of the game, man. 3 losses already, and I feel those losses alone, were just part of the game.
Yeah, for sure. So this is your opponent backstage. Now you wouldn't have seen this, but what do you think when you watch it right now?
Watching now, I didn't even warm up this fight. I was sitting in the corner because I was feeling like crap. And the only time I warmed up was because they asked me for camera time. So I had to do a little 30-second skit.
What do you think of your picture right there? Tell me your thoughts.
I think I'm looking pretty good.
Now, last time that we got together to analyze one of your fights, you said that every time you walk out, it's like, man, this is the last one. What am I doing? This is crazy. That is part of the process to getting to this point. True?
Yes, except this fight was the first one that wasn't like that. I was more
really?
so just walking out there and just saying, let's just get in there and see what happens, Because like I was saying, I wasn't feeling good. I didn't warm up, and I knew once you get in there, I hope I could have found a way to get it done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's just do it.
Yeah, and I hate to ruin the end for people, but you did find a way to get it done. So let me ask you, I mean, a lot of people bring this up, but these SBG guys, out of Dublin, John Kavanagh is a close personal friend. I have to let you know. Do you have a thing with these guys? Do you have an issue with these guys?
No, I don't have an issue with anyone, man. It's all sport, profession. But if that's what the market takes, and it seems like people online love that,
Yeah.
Ricky versus SBG story, so that's what I'll run with.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to keep beating them, the Irish in particular, but the Irish kind of weirdly supported you, didn't they? Here.
Yeah, we were at the arena. They had to cheer for the hometown guy, but they don't seem to have any personal animosity towards me.
So tell me about these first few seconds of engaging with this guy. What does this feel like?
I remember we're going, and he snaps me with 2 or 3 good jabs, and I was just thinking, like right here, my legs weren't under me this fight. Later in the fight, I believe I get dropped.
Yeah.
I just didn't have my legs under me, and I just knew it was going to be a long night.
So you take that slip and you get back up. Your job is to recenter yourself. How hard is that? When you're like, oh man, I'm only a few seconds in, I'm already slipping and sliding. Like how hard is it to refocus?
My game plan and my coach's game plan for this was to take it easy the first, a little harder the second, and then third round just go for it. Because last thing I wanted to do was go hard in the first or second and then not get the finish. And I didn't have much in the tank as is. So I didn't want to have to do a third round and just be dead.
So part of that was adapting to the fact that you weren't feeling good, right? So it's like, let's
Yes,
slow in the
absolutely.
first, let him work, and then try to get him done in the second.
Yes, and then if so, the third round more so.
So now 2 times you got kicked, you were on your back for a second, you had a slip early, your legs aren't under you. Are you still confident you can win here?
No, not at all. I was just, trying
Wow.
to talk myself through it. Just,
Wow.
saying you gotta find a way, man. Going in there, we knew it was just going to be hard. I was going to have to dig deep, and that's why we have those hard training sessions. So, when it gets to deep waters, we can make it happen.
Man, I love your honesty. Like, to be in there and be that uncertainty, it's so real. But a lot of fighters will lie and say, "Oh yeah, I knew," but that's just not the truth. It's a journey of emotion through all of this, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of guys like to take that tough guy road. They don't care. They're not scared.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's the name of the game, man.
yeah.
It's part of the sport.
So now you're hitting him a few times and he's got a long, thin calf. So you're landing a few in there. Is that starting to make you feel a little better? Like, hey, man, I can slow him down. Although, look, he's still coming forward, eh?
Yeah, he put a lot of pressure on, and he was real long. I think they said he had 6
Yeah.
inches on me, which I didn't know
Mm.
until I was in there. And
Mm-hmm.
he didn't have any power, but he was quick. He was snapping my head back a couple times. Although, like, here on the cage and, like, later on in the fight, I take him down. And I know if I was 100%, I could have held him down. But I didn't want to waste any extra energy on him. So you'll see me try and break away here. And then when he's on the ground, I let him slowly work his way up. But on the ground, he felt very weak.
So against the cage or on the ground, can you literally feel that, okay, I would be dominant here, but I will spend too much energy, so I'll separate? Like, can you rationalize that in these moments?
Absolutely. That was 100%
Wow.
what was going through my head. Like right here,
Wow.
I get dropped. After I get out here, I'm on top, and I just know I could keep him down at will if I had to. But I just knew there was, another 12 minutes left of the fight, and I don't want to burn myself out.
Some people call that opportunity cost. That means to do this costs something for later, right? You can only you can only spend energy once. So how about
But,
here? Yeah, go on.
I cardio for days, But with the circumstances, I just knew we had to play a smart fight.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I'm so glad I get to watch this fight with you and see these moments. When you're having your best night, that's fun to talk about. But when you're having a challenge, it's way more interesting. I'm sure it's not for you, but at least at this point, when you're on top with a minute to go, you're probably starting to feel a little stronger and feel a little more confident. Yes?
Absolutely. I seen that I was actually getting, which was odd to me because I wasn't pushing the pace or anything, and I seen that he was starting to get a little winded. So that gave me confidence for the third.
And sometimes that's
again,
just.
there I try and break away.
Yep. Yeah.
And he pulls me in, right? Because I don't want to waste any energy.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you feel the other guy fatigue, it's just his heart rate and the anxiety, and that's a nice bonus when he's burning energy just from pressure and anxiety.
Yep. And then here is the first time ever, right there, first time I ever been hurt in a fight. He kicked me in my side and knocked the wind out of me. So like
Really?
I won't throw anything in for the rest of the round. I had a poker face, but that was the first time in a fight where I felt, a little like, oh shit kind of feeling.
Wow, really? And in the he threw a side kick as well. Did you feel that one?
Yeah, in the same spot.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it was 2 of them within the last 30 seconds. You see me bending over there?
Yep.
Yeah, this is stuff that people, they won't tell nobody about that.
Yeah, no, but hey, I know it's true. I had a few fights at low levels, and I've analyzed this for a long time. But you're right. Most fighters won't tell that. But that honesty is what makes a great martial artist. The truth is what allows you to grow, right?
Yep. And even when he dropped me, I never really been hit in a fight. But that just goes back to me not having my legs under me. I tried going back, and my legs stayed in the same spot, and he just connected.
So before we get to this, everything goes well now. But having faced that where you're not at your best and you can still win, that has to be such a huge victory for you psychologically.
Yeah, I knew that because that round was the best he had, and I was able to just weather the storm. Just were telling me, Mo and Claudio were telling me in between rounds that I need to put pressure on him because every time I put pressure on him, that's when I was getting the better. So this is where we slowly start turning it up. And right there, I threw a kick, and this is where I knew the opening was there. I threw the kick, and I landed because he caught it. So later on,
and you heard him on that
I
catch.
do it again.
You heard him on that catch. You see it there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where I knew to do it again in later on in the round. Brilliant. Same as the Turk fight,
Yeah. Yeah, right. So you knew on that kick you can hurt him and you can get him to commit his arm to it, opening up the target.
Yep.
Is it coming up?
I knew he was gonna he caught it for some reason, didn't do any offense.
And there, the kick to him, he's coming forward. And so talk me through it. It's coming up here. Talk me through the rest.
Yeah, right here, I was just waiting for him to stop moving and look to throw the same kick. And I knew right away I threw the right hand before he even really caught the kick because I knew he wasn't going to do anything. His hand's down.
Right.
And even earlier, I threw an inside calf kick, and he reached, and I kept picking up on that.
BINK.
And there it is, right there.
Yeah, that's the one. It really is sweet. I mean, and there's a wobble on him. And of course, every great fighter is going to argue it. But when a guy's hands are down and he's getting hit, the ref is doing his job. The ref's job isn't to anticipate how you'll look 10 seconds from now. The ref's job is to make a call now. But it's a really sweet one because when I broke it down, I'm talking about how you built the engagement in your body to connect with the punch. But when you're breaking it down, you're talking about how you saw it there and then created the moment. Talk me through it again.
Yeah, I just noticed throughout the fight, every time I kicked him, he just caught it, and he looked to maybe throw a right hand at most. Yeah. And I just knew once he stopped moving, I would go for it. And my whole plan was to throw the kick, but the right hand was what I was thinking about landing here.
Catch, BINK. BINK.
Yeah. And he fought, he got mad and upset about it, but he was out right here.
Yeah. His hands are not protecting himself. So, and here, so kick to the rib. He catches, left hand down, right there.
Right away.
His left hand is committed to your leg, so it is not committed to the side of his face. Your right hand connects. And of course, he's a proud combat artist and he wants to debate it. But when he looks at it, the moments where his hands are down and he's eating hammer fists, the ref is doing his job. You're doing your job and he's doing his job saying, I want to fight, but it's already done at that point.
Absolutely. But, I hate to say it, but like on my worst day, we were able to get the knockout. And I know he says he wants a rematch and the fight was close, but circumstances, he has no idea that if I was able to get that knockout on a good night, it's not going to be remotely close.
So I'm going to throw this into that. You are nothing but honest. A guy who is saying, this hurt me. That was tough. I was hurt here. I couldn't do that. All that honesty is not going to lie and say, no. I was on my worst day. You were on your worst day. You're an honest man telling an honest story. So I hear it. You're going to piss off a lot of Irish guys. Look how good Josh Thompson looks in that suit.
Sharp, right?
Sharp. That's a champion. That's a former champion right there. But on that, you're going to piss off some Irish people and some of Kavanaugh's guys saying that. But the crowd, the audience probably wants you to fight another one of them. You want to fight another?
I think so. When I fought the crowd, Ireland's definitely the best crowd I've ever fought in front of. They set good energy. Even though they were against me, they pumped me up to fight. They gave me that extra energy to get going, and I really enjoyed it.
The Irish respect a warrior, even when that warrior is against their guy. So Ricky, I just love your work, man, and I absolutely love chatting fights with you. It's my privilege, 100%.
Thank you, man. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate you breaking down my fights. It does a lot for me, and I enjoy it.
Well, many more, my brother. I'm looking forward to the next one and the one after that. So keep killing it, brother.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting another breakdown.
All right, it's coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, and fam, thank you for watching. Enjoy the
Thank you.
hostilities, my
Enjoy.
friends.
Have fun in quarantine.